What's crackin', movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It's your boy C-Dub, and today we got two debuting players. The Barbarian, Craig Gaynor, taking on Klee Wiggins. Not much is known about Klee, the Barbarian. We've seen in a couple scenes with Dagnino. He's a part of the Finstock Exchange. This should be an interesting match, so let's get it started.
It is the fourth free-for-all. 40 competitors going head-to-head. The winner will find themselves at a title match.
You never know who's coming down the ramp next.
That's what's so great about free-for-all. You never know what happens and who's going to win.
Barbarian has cleared the table.
The Globe Theater, downtown Los Angeles. 1 p.m. is the kickoff. Get your tickets at the Schmoedownlive.com. Schmoedown alongside Ken Knapsack. I am Mark Baby Carrots Ellis. And Ken, you know, whether it's a movie trivia Schmoedown competitor or it's a high schooler in the backseat of a car, we advise you to be prepared. However, with this matchup, we don't know how to be prepared because we've never seen these competitors before.
You know, Mark, it's always a dream being here. You and I, we've always wanted to be minor league baseball announcers, but we got this instead. You're looking live at Riverfront Stadium. Tom Seaver throwing for the Reds today. Happy to be here with you, but I don't know what to say about this match. We got two competitors coming in here. New season, new names. That's what Season 7 is all about here. The new era at the movie trivia Schmoedown. 7 years. Gosh, I was just 71 when this started, but we're so excited to have new competitors bringing in unknown
I feel like
factors.
A vampire because I'm salivating at the thought of new blood. Now one competitor you and I both know well. It's our good friend Klee. Follow her on her social media at Klee the Pimp.
Yep.
It is Klee the Pimp Wiggins is going to be taking on a Barbarian.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the Barbarian.
Yeah, not one half of the legendary WWF Tag Team Powers of Pain. This is the Barbarian here, part of the Finstock Exchange. And that itself brings in an added factor. If you got Bobby Gucci in your side, that means one of two things. One, you probably got some stolen goods in your car you don't know about. And two, he brings that kind of chaotic edge to the match.
He brings that panache, but then on the other side of the ledger, you look at Klee the Pimp Wiggins. She is represented by the Queen of Corruption, Shannon Barney. She's in that faction. So this is as much corruption and then the Finstock Exchange feeling out their new team members.
In another life, I was part of corruption, and I do miss those days. I understand that change happens. I once had hair down on my neck. Now you could land a helicopter right on top of my head from space. But
I have the pictures.
Here is the thing. Shannon came into corruption, and she could not be contained on the sidelines. She is passionate about the Schmoedown. She's knowledgeable about the Schmoedown. Anything that Mike Kalinowski got, Shannon probably helped him get, and now she's here to lead corruption. And I got to tell you, I'll put the past behind me as a broadcast journalist here and saying I'm excited to see what she can do with corruption.
What a professional you have become. Let's see how the newbies are on the mic with their pre-show interview. Let's see what they had to say.
I'm Craig, I'm the Barbarian.
Hey,
I want you to draft me. I'm gonna be in the draft next year.
Are you really?
You gotta draft me.
Really? The Exchange needs an action hero. I'm gonna go with the Barbarian. Well. Here we are. Season 7, chock full of rookies and chock full of veterans. We here at the Finstock Exchange have a couple of newcomers, one being the man right next to me.
This Barbarian guy, I've heard some pretty good things about him. He could be another strong player.
Now we're playing Wiggins. Her first name escapes me. Klee. Like Klee, or?
I was told there'd be no spelling.
Okay, oh yeah, cool.
Listen, the queen is in again. And if there's one thing that you already know about corruption, is that we bounce back. We don't quit. We don't stop. We take our losses in stride and we move on. We got a lock on IG. We got a lock on teams. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Klee Wiggins to lock us down in singles.
I don't like to brag, but
Please do.
I'm amazing.
She's in trouble, and she's managed by corruption. They had a terrible draft.
They were also told there'd be no spelling.
Yeah, that's true too.
I think you think what you think I know, but you don't actually know.
And we have a little message for the Barbarian. I've got a savage on my team, okay? Bottom line is she's gonna make you look civilized after this.
What happens is, a lot of people think they're really good until we come in and prove they're not. Hence the truth serum, the Finstock Exchange, aka the Truth Serum Deliverers. Good luck.
Bye.
Ken, I'm getting the vibe of confidence from both the Barbarian and Klee the Pimp. I think that they maybe haven't been in this situation before, but they know the game. They've studied, they've watched old matches, and they're ready to let their moment shine. Do you have any sense as to what they're good at?
Yeah, I did speak to them before, and yeah, both of them. I'll say this: both of them are pretty confident. They're new to this, but they've studied this. Kind of like me, my first trip to the Sizzler all-you-can-eat salad bar. I watched for about a month before I went in first.
That's smart.
And you kind of know your way around. But I asked Barbarian, I said, "What are your strengths?" He said, "My right bicep, my left bicep." Also Oscar movies. So we're gonna probably have a push-up contest later. Klee the Pimp Wiggins, she just with quiet confidence that sci-fi, rom-coms, 80s, 90s, two of my favorite decades, so she brings those strengths to the Schmoedown.
You mean if you're not a competitor screaming into the mic, are you even in the Schmoedown? We're about to find out. Ken, you ready to get going here?
I am ready, sir.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown! And now I turn it over to the Golden Throat, the man who will tell you get a free egg at Sammy's around the corner from the ballpark. Ken Knapsack for the introductions.
Introducing first.
Hold on, let me do something right quick. Somebody trying to sign into my shit.
All right, both competitors out on the table, Mr. Ellis.
All right, as the
Ah.
man who will tell you get a free egg at Sammy's around the corner from the ballpark, Ken Knapsack for the introductions.
Introducing first. Representing corruption. With a record of 0 wins and 0 defeats, making her debut in the movie Trivia Schmoedown Singles Division. Accompanied to the arena by her manager, the Queen of Corruption, Shannon Marty. This is Klee the Pimp Wiggins.
Shannon Marty encouraging the crowd to bow down. The crowd has a conundrum. I think they want to boo Shannon, but they want to cheer Klee, so it's a little bit of
I think
mixed
so.
bag.
Klee walking out again with that confidence.
I like that glass of champagne too. She's got a Star Wars shirt on. She is ready to go here, and I could probably start sipping on some of that sauce myself.
Absolutely, I've been doing that since 10 a.m. yesterday. And her opponent, also making his debut in the movie Trivia Schmoedown Singles Division, representing the Finstock Exchange and being accompanied to the arena by his manager, Bobby Gucci. Here is the Barbarian!
And no surprise here. Maybe Dagnino dressed more like the Barbarian as he has no shirt under that windbreaker jogger. There's the Barbarian. Look at that hair.
Beautiful hair. That's the kind of hair I had when I was a rock DJ in the 90s, so I respect it right away.
The Barbarian, it appears to have killed a small woodland creature on his way into the studio.
From this angle, it looked like Sweetums from the Muppet movie, chasing them down the street going to Hollywood. Oh,
His name is Elvis, and I didn't kill him.
Oh, whoa.
Okay. So Elvis is still alive after all these years.
Kill him. All right, both competitors out on the table. Mr. Ellis.
All right, as the managers go to their respective corners, it is now up to me to read the rules of round number 1 to these new competitors. Round number 1, the field will hear 8 questions from 8 different categories of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how. Each question is worth but a point. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number 1. As soon as we ask a question, you have 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard in front of you. Once we ask you by name or nickname to reveal your answer, please show what you wrote on the whiteboard to the camera. At the same time, you verbalize your answer into the microphone. Each competitor has 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. If you're not sure you heard a question correct, you want to buy yourself another 15 seconds, use a JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to be issued by your manager should you not like the way a question was ruled. All right, Barbarian, are you and I'm going to just say Elvis prepared for the match?
Elvis and I are always ready to rock.
Okay, very well spoken for a Barbarian. Oh. All right. And Klee, the Pimp Wiggins, you ready to go here?
Yes.
All right, then Ken, I think it's my turn to say it's time to Schmoedown! Time for the movie trivia Schmoedown, and as we kick off with question number 1, that is going to be in the world of action-adventure movies. And your question is, what film in the Mission Impossible franchise was directed by Pixar filmmaker Brad Bird? We need the actual subtitle of the movie.
That could...
Not the number of the film. There's been a lot of these. There's been Mission, Impossible pictures.
5, 4, 3,
Ghost
2.
JTE.
Okay, repeat the question. We'll count that.
What film in the Mission Impossible franchise was directed by Pixar filmmaker Brad Bird?
Could be, you don't be shy with those JT rules, is what I always say.
Barbarian is petting Elvis heavily.
That's
and I find
that's
it
Elvis. I didn't know who Elvis was.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens are down, looking for answers, starting with Barbarian.
Ghost Protocol.
That is correct. Klee.
Oh, well, I said Ghost Protocol.
All right, there it is.
Klee's on the board.
She even wrote down Mission Impossible to remind us about the question. Thank you for that, Klee. As we move on to the world of new releases, Ken, what do we got?
That's right. Second question comes in the category of new releases. New releases. Will Smith plays an assassin and his clone in what 2019 thriller?
Shit,
Is there anyone you'd rather hang out with more than Will Smith? Can you name 5 people you'd rather spend an afternoon with?
He'd be 3, DJ Jazzy Jeff probably 2, and then Uncle Phil on there as well.
No Jeff.
What the heck is the name of that now? Shit, how I forget the name of that movie? I can't remember the name of it.
Free the Buffalo Love.
Maybe 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens are down. Look for answers. Starting with Klee.
Gemini Man.
That is correct.
And the Barbarian.
And we got
Ang Lee's Gemini Man.
All right. Well done.
to 2. Klee looking good. Barbarian looking good.
All right. 2-2 so far. We move on to the category of dramas. And your question, who stars as Dick Cheney in the 2018 film Vice? Dick Cheney, of course, shot a man in the face.
Yeah. And
Christian
Went
Bale.
putting
And that was when
Shot him right in the
politics
head.
were good. 5, 4, 3,
I long for the innocent
2,
days of hunting accidents.
1. Enter down. Barbarian. Look for answers.
The American Psycho Christian Bale.
This is true. Klee.
UK's Batman, Christian Bale.
There it is.
On it. Look at this. 3-3.
I like this rivalry between the Barbarian and Klee with different monikers and references for each correct answer they've had so
We're
far.
learning here. It's like VH1's pop-up video, but with the trivia questions.
I love that show.
All right. Category number 4. Question 4 is animated. Animated films. These are films as animated as Mark's Jacket. What is the name? What is the name of Gaston's short-statured sidekick in Beauty and the Beast?
So long story boring. How did I get this jacket? One Joshua Hercules Makuga, who you can catch on the History Channel.
That's right. Hashtag eating history. 5, 4, 3.
Damn it. Josh Gad played him. I'm not blanking on his damn name. How can I freaking forget it?
2.
Shout out to Smokey.
And 1. Pens are down. Looking for answers starting with Klee.
I know I'm wrong, but I guessed.
That is incorrect. Barbarian.
You said that because he played Olaf.
Yeah, that's what I was
His name
thinking.
is LeFou.
That is
Thank you.
correct.
That is correct.
Something European.
It is LeFou. That is the next
European.
English.
That's all that. Whatever. Who cares?
All right. 4-3, but Klee still very much in this game.
The Barbarian perfect through round number 1's halfway point as we move on to your next category, which is fantasy/science fiction. And the question, who plays teenager Kim Boggs in the film Edward Scissorhands?
Wade Boggs,
No
3,000
relation to
hit is a home run for the Tampa Bay Devil Race.
He
Ate 26 pieces of
Winona
chicken before every
Ryder.
game.
rode off on a horse at Yankee Stadium.
5,
An actual live
4,
horse.
3,
Would a Barbarian ride on a horse?
and 1. Pens it down. Look for answers starting with the Barbarian.
The greatest person to ever watch a SAG Award speech, Winona Ryder.
All right.
That is correct. Klee Wiggins.
Wino forever when I know the writer.
That's right.
Says the young lady with a glass of champagne.
I love that.
Okay, so it is now 5-4, and Ken, we didn't know a lot about these competitors going in. Now I think I can go ahead and proclaim they know a lot about a variety of categories.
2, close game, 5-4, going into question 6 here. Comes in the category of comedies.
I think they laugh harder when I do it.
Yeah,
I think they laugh harder
that's
when
what
I
they
do it.
all say, Mark. Funny. All right.
You learn something new every
Question
day.
number 6 in the category of comedies. Which actress swaps bodies with Lindsay Lohan in 2003's Freaky Friday?
Oddly worded question, isn't it?
You ever watched that Lindsay Lohan Beach Club in Mykonos show? I watched every episode twice.
Good Lord.
No, but I did see from
5,
Kelly to
4,
Justin, the American Idol
2,
film.
not as
Jamie
good.
Lee
1.
Curtis.
Pens are down. We are looking for answers starting with Klee.
Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis.
She once yelled at me in an elevator at Comic-Con. That's true. Barbarian, yes.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Very true. 6-5.
Wow. All right, well, don't
But
everybody...
she was joking. Turns out we had a great exchange.
Everyone watching at home, I'm going to quickly ask the next question, then get 15 seconds more of this story. Your penultimate question in round number 1 comes from the world of horror/thriller movies. And your query is, who stars as Nick Dunn in the David Fincher thriller Gone Girl? All right, so you and Jamie Lee Curtis,
She gets it.
what's the hotel?
She was carrying the Andes. She was carrying her high heels. I
Ben
said, beauty
Affleck.
is pain. She says, that's what a stupid man would say. It was a great exchange. Then we laughed at it. Had a good time.
Okay.
5.
Are you sure you both laughed at it?
3.
Okay.
2, 1. Pens are down. Looking for answers starting with the Barbarian.
America's Batman, Ben Affleck.
That's right.
Klee Wiggins.
Boston's greatest bad boy, Ben Affleck.
All right. I got a 7-6 game. 7-6 game.
I like that.
Barbarian.
The crowd showing their applause for both competitors
Yeah,
here.
good match. Good match. Barbarian potentially perfect in
Could
round
have
1.
a perfect game.
8th and final question, potentially. Category is 90s movies. 90s movies. Who plays crop duster pilot Russell Case in Independence Day?
Do you think the term crop dusting in 2020 is known more for farming or for tooting?
According to my dad, it's all about the toots.
Okay. Your dad, who is a fan of Jack in the Box.
And crop dusting. 5, 4.
One usually begets
3,
the other.
2, 1. Pens down, looking for answers. Starting with Klee.
Oh, my favorite conspiracy theorist, Randy Quaid.
That's right.
American treasure. Did Elvis or the Barbarian have it?
For a
It
perfect
was
round.
also Elvis's favorite conspiracy theorist, Randy.
We got a perfect round.
Wow.
No conspiracy here, Mark. We got a perfect round for the Barbarian.
So, Klee Wiggins went with a great rookie showing 7 points in round number 1, and the Barbarian, a perfect round. So a question will be asked just to Barbarian. You don't need to write this one down. You can just answer at your ready within 15 seconds. This bonus question for a 2-point lead over Klee Wiggins going into round number 2. Which actor co-stars with Kate Beckinsale
John
as the
Cusack.
lead of 2001's Serendipity?
John Cusack.
This is great. Beckinsale actually getting
John Cusack.
That is correct. Elvis had it, whispered it into the Barbarian's ear, and we go 9-7 with a perfect round for the Barbarian. Whew, anything's going to happen in round number 2, Ken.
Absolutely. Wheel round. We got a Schmoedown Patreon sponsorship coming in. This is where it gets really interesting here in round number 2.
These are always fun. So round number 2 is known as the wheel round, and on the wheel, so graciously provided by Alex Marzonia, Tom Hanks is a sponsored wheel slice by one of our many great patrons. Thanks to all of our Movie Trivia Schmoedown patrons. If someone spins the Tom Hanks slice, we will say the name of that mystery sponsor. So as we look at the landscape of this match, the Barbarian in control with a 2-point lead. Sir, would you like to spin first or defer to Klee the Pimp Wiggins?
I will spin first.
Here comes the Barbarian with the spin.
Gotta put the pressure on.
I asked the Finstock Exchange brokers how I should spin the wheel. They voted and said, like a discus at the Olympics.
Okay, I didn't realize that we called the Finstock Exchange members brokers.
Yeah, it's true. An action stronger than words. Let's get to it.
Tell me what happens with your money when you invest the. There you go.
All right.
There you go. It doesn't have to be a hard spin. Just something.
That's a good spin. That's a good spin.
What a dainty touch by the Barbarian.
Spin is in.
Ken, I spy some new wheel slices on there, including Eddie Murphy.
Really?
And the Barbarian spins another new slice of Coen Brothers. Do you want to keep it?
Coen Brothers. We're gonna need an answer.
He is going to keep
the Coen Brothers.
The Coen Brothers. And as the Barbarian returns to his chair, I'll remind each competitor that in round 2, you're going to hear 4 questions from each category. Questions worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, ask us for multiple choice. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. Keep in mind, stealing is available in round number 2. All right, Barbarian, you selected a Coen Brothers smattering of films, and I'm going to provide that for you right now. For 2 points, your first question, the wild, wacky, wonderful world of the Coens is... Who plays Maud Lebowski in The Big Lebowski?
I haven't seen it.
5, 4.
Julianne Moore.
2 points.
Points there. 11-7 lead.
All right, your next question. What Coen Brothers film focuses on the character Larry Gopnik, a college professor whose life unravels during the 1960s? I think he took a bite out of the animal.
Best Picture nominee, A Serious Man.
He got 2 more points for that one, and he's perfect in round number 2 as well. All right, Barbarian / Elvis, your next question, your penultimate one in round number 2. In the film Raising Arizona, Nicolas Cage's character steals what brand of diaper from a liquor store?
Huggies? Huggies?
Huggies.
Seemed to be some disagreement with him and Elvis, but he did get Huggies correct. All right, one more question in the world of the Coen Brothers for a perfect round number 2. In the film No Country for Old Men, Josh Brolin's character finds a satchel which holds how much money after stumbling onto a drug deal gone wrong?
Oh.
Five, 4.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, $500,000, B, $1 million, C, $2 million, or D, $5 million?
2 million?
C.
$2 million is correct, and that is another correct answer for the Barbarian.
6, 7.
He only had to check the multiple choice once. He got all 4 questions correct in some form or another, and that is a daunting task for Klee Wiggins to now step up to the wheel and have a spin. So here comes Klee, and this is...
It doesn't come off.
Going to have to be a nice sportsmanship there by the Barbarian. The wheel does stay on.
Klee's wearing my old Han Solo leggings.
I do like this. It's a Star Wars kind of day here in the studio.
It is.
And as it spins around, it could be...
Alright, I'm busy.
The Coen Brothers, so we won't just
You
respin.
should take that as a good one.
Yeah, you just get a free respin as Tom Dagnino crosses.
Crossing.
Alright,
Light
and round it goes.
spin.
It looks like it's Drew Barrymore films.
She is gonna.
You do have a mulligan if you'd like to spin again. Klee Wiggins born on the same date as Drew Barrymore.
She's gonna go again. The spin is in. The rotations count.
There's her spin.
We've got some. Oh, almost would have.
It is
Oscar
the
films.
Oscars.
All right, all right.
And Oscar is about to ask Klee Wiggins 4 questions about his ceremony.
That's right, and this is what the wheel round is. Do you go for what you think you might know or take a risk for the second spin? We'll see if it pays off for Klee the Pimp. 4 questions in the category of Oscars, Klee. You do have multiple choice, and 2 JTs remaining. First question. Nicolas Cage has won his only Oscar for which film?
Leaving Las Vegas.
That's a 2-point answer there for Klee.
It's a darn good Sheryl Crow tune as well.
Leaving Las Vegas. Second question. Michael Keaton received his only Oscar nomination for what film?
Birdman.
Birdman?
2 more points.
Klee's on fire. We're going so fast I forgot to remind folks that I'll be leaving Las Vegas March 8th because I'm performing there March 6th.
Hey, that's. Can I come?
Sure.
All right. Third question out of 4 here. Who won an Academy Award for playing Edwin Hoover in Little Miss
Morgan
Sunshine?
Freeman.
Alan Arkin?
2 more points for Klee.
She knows her stuff.
All right. All right. We're going to say your 4th and final question will be this. What was the first musical to win Best Picture?
The Sound of Music?
Multiple choice.
A. An American in Paris. B. The Broadway Melody.
West Side
C.
Story.
Gigi. D. West Side Story.
West Side Story.
Incorrect.
The Broadway Melody.
That's a steal for the Barbarian.
Wow. He didn't even need the
right.
options again. That's
He
a
didn't need
huge steal. Klee having a great round until that last stumble, but she remains competitive with the Barbarian. It's only 4 points separating them going into round number 3. The Barbarian, I'm not sure you can throw a question at him that he doesn't know, and Klee hanging right there almost stride for stride.
I'll tell you what, she's shown a lot of skill here in her first match, but so does the Barbarian as we go into the decisive 3rd round.
Maybe Klee should have brought her pet badger to whisper answers into her ear.
I don't steal fur from my grandmother.
It is a chinchilla, and this was a gift.
We don't have a ruling on whether it's actually from one of his other family members. So we will move on to round number 3. In round number 3, each competitor is going to give us a series of 3 numbers. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. Each number you give us corresponds to a different category of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how. Your first question's worth 2 points. Your next one's worth 3 points. Your last one, should we make it that far, is worth 5 big points. No stealing, no multiple choice in round number 3. So because Eddie and Barbarian have the lead, they're going to give us their
Elvis.
3 numbers first. Do you want to call him Eddie? All right. Well, he's probably not real anyway. Your 3 numbers are? I'm sorry. Elvis is very real.
I'll go with 17 for my current score. I will go with 1982 for the year Conan the Barbarian came out.
Okay, that's 19.
No, 1982.
Okay, the numbers have to range from 1 to 20. They can't be dates that you're a fan of.
2.
That'll work, and 1 more number.
2011, or just 11, I guess.
We can just do 11.
For the year that Crab Fest, that remake came out.
17, 2, and 11.
17, 2, and 11. Klee.
3, 18, and 6.
3, 18, and 6 it is. All right, Klee, I'll be asking you your questions. Ken will be administering to the Barbarian and his pet. Klee, you selected number 3 for your round 3 2-point question. And what do you know? That corresponds to Oscar movies.
Hey, look at that.
And your question for 2 points. What Best Picture winning film was directed by Guillermo del Toro?
Shape of Water. The Shape of Water. The Shape of
Five.
Water.
4, 3.
JTE, more time. Repeat the question. How does it go?
You just use the JTE rule. I'll repeat the question, another 15 seconds. What Best Picture winning film was directed by Guillermo del Toro?
The Shape of Water.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Looking for The Shape of Water. The Shape of
I don't
Water.
think so, but thank you.
Very nice of you to offer your dead rodent to Klee, but as we move on to Klee's next question, we're going to stick with Klee here for 3 points, and this could pull her to within 1 of the Barbarians' score. Klee, you selected number 18, and that corresponds to biopics.
Okay.
And your question is, name 2, just 2, of the actors portraying the members of NWA in the film Straight Outta
Jason
Compton.
Mitchell, Corey Hawkins,
O'Shea Jackson Jr. and
Aldous Hodge.
5, 4, 3.
I'm a bad black person. I didn't see that movie.
And that's going to be it. Sorry, you did get O'Shea Jackson Jr. We also needed Corey Hawkins, Jason Mitchell, Aldous Hodge, or Neil Brown Jr. to round
I knew
out.
there was another junior in there.
Comes down to this here. Comes down to
There
this
was
here,
one
Mark.
more junior in there.
TKO.
So now can we finally find ourselves at a potential TKO spot, because Klee, if she gets this 5-point question right, she's actually going to have a lead on the Barbarian and force him to answer questions in round number 3. If she misses it, the win goes to the Barbarian and Edgar. So we go to number 6. Klee, you selected number 6 for your 5-point question.
Yes, I did.
Let's give you the lead if you get it right.
Okay.
And it's in the category of new releases.
Okay.
And your question, 5 points. Which actress plays Alita in the 2019 film Alita: Battle Angel?
You asked me who works a McDonald's drive-thru. Let's see.
I don't know her name.
5, 4.
Is there multiple choice in this round?
There's no multiple choice. You have 1 JDE rule remaining.
That's it.
And
it's your winner by way of technical knockout, the Barbarian.
Rosa Salazar.
Rosa Salazar.
Rosa Salazar was the answer we were looking for.
You might, you know, good showing for Klee until that last round, but I think, you know, good enough showing in their first game. It's tough.
And the crowd here is just kind of stunned as to what they just witnessed. It appeared to be some sort of go for answering most of the questions correct.
Yeah.
The Barbarian comes out on top. Klee Wiggins, a nice rookie showing for her, but the Barbarian clearly a force to be reckoned with going forward here in the movie Trivia Schmoedown. Ken, he didn't miss a question.
He did not miss a question. He didn't get his last 3, didn't need them, but he did not miss the question. Did take some multiple choice around 2, but that's always a smart play sometimes. So perfect so far. That's pretty good way to start.
And he knows how to play the game. He got a nice steal there. And like you said, for Klee Wiggins, great round number 1, great round number 2, and then just got the wrong questions at the wrong time for round number 3, resulting in a TKO for the Barbarian. Your thoughts on the Barbarian moving forward? I think he might be somebody to be feared in the league.
He might be feared, maybe because of rabies, maybe
I was going to
because
say
of
outside
knowledge.
of the desk.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, with Finstock, Bobby Gucci, Tom in his corner, whatever it may be that day, that hour, I think he could be a real formidable contender here in the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
And now we're going to have an interview with both the winner and the loser of today's match with the great Jen Sturger. Jen, it's all yours.
Thanks so much, guys. I'm backstage with Finstock and, of course, the Barbarian. Finstock, you've got to be feeling pretty good about this new recruit. I know Christian was really, really hot on this guy going into the draft, and I guess you must have seen something in him that was like, this might be my new guy.
First of all, I see everything. Second of all, you know, it goes to show that great nicknames don't win ball games. Klee the Pimp played really well. But this guy over here is the best, okay? He's the best rookie to come out of the stable. When he fell into my lap in the 7th round, I was like, what dummies other managers are. I know what you're probably thinking. Where did I get this Atlanta hat? I got it from the Paul Wallace Hauser.
That was an unfortunate slip-up.
Yeah, bad one. Anyway, that being said, look, you saw what he did here today. We knew what this guy was, and to answer your question, yes, everybody was high on him. I couldn't believe he fell that far. When that dope Robert Meyer Burnett drafted the Warfather, I mistakenly thought it was him, which would have been a real issue. And I would have traded for him and got him before, he obviously played a game. But look, this is just another guy in the Finstock exchange. I mean, we got the top 4 guys in the league as it is. This guy might be number 5. We'll see.
To be able to come out of the block, though, and to have your first game with 0 misses, I mean, that's got to give you some confidence moving forward.
You know, all the confidence I need in this world, I get from 2 people. Elvis and this man right here, Tom Dagnino.
I don't know which part of that equation is stranger at this point.
When I first showed up at the Schmoedown to introduce myself, I met several managers. Most of them blew me off. Didn't take a second to talk to me. But this man right here, Tom Dagnino, he saw what I had. He told me, I'm gonna draft you. And he did. And now, the Finstock exchange, the rich got richer. Greed is great.
So do you bathe that, or, you know?
How dare you ask that?
It's just curious. I couldn't tell if it was it or Finstock. Anyways, congratulations, guys, on your first victory in the league. I'm definitely not the last, and I cannot wait to see this new crop of competitors that we have coming up in this league, because I think there's going to be a lot of surprises for all of us. Anyways, back to the desk.
All right, Jen, thanks for asking that question about bathing Elvis. I have the same query myself, Ken. Maybe we'll figure it out in a future match down the road, but it looks like the Finstock exchange is just getting started for this young season.
Great start to 2020. Tom does his due diligence and research, or he just has people giving him information for money. I don't know. Either way, it works.
More the latter.
Yeah, more the latter. But Barbarian, again, perfect. Didn't miss. You can't say enough about that. He might have a collection of dead ferrets in his Camry, but who doesn't?
Who doesn't, indeed. We have another new potential star that was on the losing end of the ledger here today, representing corruption alongside the queen of corruption, Shannon Barney, Klee Wiggins, joined now by our own Jen Sturger. Jen, what's the mood over there?
You know what? The mood when Shannon Barney is around is always still elevated. It all is still very encouraging despite having lost, because Klee, that was a pretty great performance considering that was your first time out of the gate. And I was just wondering, did the lights get to you? Was it just kind of learning the whole ropes of the game?
No, that's not any of it.
Was it the bubbly in your hand?
No, I drink all day, all the time. It was literally like the stuff I didn't know, I just didn't know. Like, I feel like the Barbarian didn't win, I lost. Because the stuff I didn't know, I just didn't know. I knew, like, the water, like the Guillermo del Toro question, I knew it was some water. Something about water. A fish a dude. But, sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
We'll bleep it in post.
Has relations with a human lady.
It was consensual.
Yes, consensual relations, but I couldn't remember, and I couldn't just say, like, something about water. So I said the other movie that I thought he might have won for, which was Pan's Labyrinth. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some. But it is not the lights. I'm a G.
I love it. I'm a G. Now, I saw you spun away from Drew Barrymore. Do you regret that at all?
No, I think I would have done the same. I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Did today show you any kind of like gamesmanship things that you could improve on as far as like, you know, learning the rules of the game? I saw you kind of go, do I get multiple choice on this? Do I not? Does that kind of stuff play into that? Like, is that something that you guys are going to work on going forward, Shannon?
We're absolutely going to work on it. We have tons of stuff to work on. There's always room for improvement. We went over everything, but yeah, it's your first game. First game right out the bat. And by the way, she stepped up to the plate because the people that were supposed to play didn't show up to do their job. But Klee, the pimp Wiggins, showed up to do the job.
I was here to observe, camera ready.
Wow, that's super impressive when you know that kind of stuff. Way to throw everyone under the bus, too, while you're at it, Shannon. Anyways, Klee, this is nothing to hang your head about. Today was an absolutely great performance, and I am really excited for you, Shannon, because despite having kind of a disadvantage in the draft, you seem to have found some real diamond in the roughs.
That's my specialty. How do you think I got this crown? It's not an accident, people.
You heard it here first, guys. back to the desk.
Ken, can we fact check? Is that crown actually made out of diamonds?
It absolutely is. Shannon spares no expense. Look, corruption's off to a little bit of a rocky start here in 2020. Whatever. I'm not over there. I don't know what's going on in those clubhouse meetings.
You used to be.
But used to be. But I'll tell you what, I am a fan of Klee Wiggins. Outside the Schmoedown, I think she's great, and I think she'll find her footing here. Tossed in here into the fire, and she did not come out burnt, as far as I'm concerned. She came out experienced, and that's going to help.
Yeah, as an impartial party here, I would look at corruption. I would say, yeah, you had a few missteps early in the season so far, but don't stop what you're doing. Don't stop drinking the champagne. Continue on this road, because I think eventually corruption will find themselves, who they are, how to answer questions when the white hot spotlight is on. They need it the most. They're going to be just fine. And the Finstock Exchange, like we said, maybe shifting into fifth gear here with the addition of the Barbarian. Quite a new party to this movie trivia Schmoedown new era.
That's right. Tom's Bobby Gucci, whatever, interesting character. He knows what he's doing, and he's off to a great start.
And we thank everybody for watching not only this episode, but being such great supporters of the movie Trivia Schmoedown. Whether you tell your aunt, your uncle, your dead ferret about the movie Trivia Schmoedown, or you join our Patreon. Check it out today and select which tier is right for you. That is Ken, Why We Love Star Wars Knapsack. He's an author in addition to being America's foremost foot model. I am merely Mark Baby Carrots Ellis, and we'll see you real soon at the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Well, impressive debut by the Barbarian. He took care of business. Klee, yeah, he had a little rough go of it. But it was good to see you. Have to wait and see when you come back. But to the Barbarian, you're making Finstock proud, so I'm sure he's happy about that. Tomorrow night, the Atlanta event, Alex Damon, Emily Rose Jacobson, and then the main event, the singles championship. My boy, the boss, Ben Bateman, taking on Dangerous Dan Murrell. I think it's going to go down as the greatest title fight in history thus far. The hype is real. Can't wait for that tomorrow night. If you like my reactions, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Christopher Woodburn. You can find me on Twitter, Chris Woodburn83, Facebook, Christopher Michael Woodburn. So until next time, Mr. Boy C-Dub, peace.